Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we are unboxing the Edifier MR4 studio monitors in white, and then we have some stands for them to clamp onto my desk from Audient. This was a last second decision. It is currently Prime Day when I'm recording this. I have a bunch of videos I need to edit out. And they were half off. The other day my friends were memeing because I have a plugin that shows like what I'm looking at on like my browser on Firefox, and it was these guys for like 6 hours. And from every review I've seen, there's like some of the best budget studio monitors. If you don't know what studio monitor is, it's basically a very accurate speaker, very accurate audio. So it's very clean, it's not tuned for anything. It's gonna be replacing some Logitech speakers I have on my desk for like the last 5 years, which are fine, but probably gonna be getting rid of them. And this is just for something to editing. I haven't really been listening to things on speakers recently, just because I recently got these DT990 Pro 250 ohms from Beyerdynamic plugged into an Audient EVO 4. It's another video that's going to be dropping of me unboxing that. And they sound wonderful, they're open back. I've never played video games at such a loud volume and been able to clearly distinguish everything without anything hurting my head. I've been getting a little bit better at video games again. I've been playing a little bit too much. So this is another upgrade to my setup, which I'm very excited for. I do have it slightly open already, which is great because it's inside an Amazon box, because I didn't realize I wasn't recording this whole time. But we have this box. We don't really love to see styrofoam in our packaging, but that's okay. And ooh, yeah. Oh. Careful. Can you close it all the... Thank you. Alright, we have the speakers inside of here. They are in white. I've kind of been like debating back and forth. I kind of wanted to get the black ones because I've been buying everything black recently, which I've been liking a lot more. But I think this is a nice contrast color. It's too late anyways. I got them for half off. The sale was for like a few hours and then I never saw it again. But luckily I bought these. I have them split on Amazon because I have the Prime card, but also depending on like how many things you bought, Amazon lets you split stuff through them or through a firm. And I like to do it through Amazon because I have the money to pay for it, but it's a lot more digestible. Ooh, this is so nice. I'm trying to center it on the camera. This is very nice. This is the left channel. Obviously you have the speaker, you have the tweeter, and then this guy in the back, so the air doesn't plow out at you, and you have audio, and you have your channels to run the wire to. I'm just gonna sit on the floor for now. And then we have our other speaker, so our right channel. The right channel is where everything is gonna be plugging into for the most part. So let us try to unbox this somewhat gracefully. I'm someone who doesn't keep packaging anymore like how I used to, unless it's like an Apple product, because those boxes are wonderful. So it's gonna get recycled anyways, but I still like to unbox things gracefully. Alright. Okay, and this is the right channel. Again, speaker. You have your tweeter, but you have a volume knob as well. You have headphone pass-through, auxiliary, if you want to plug something into it. And on the back, obviously, you have a power cord. Unfortunately, it's not detachable, which I don't like to see. You have your channels to plug into the next one. You have left and right channels to plug into, your bass adjustment, your high and hot. I don't know what that means. And you have your RCA cables as well, which are going to plug into the computer. But yeah, let's move this along. I'm going to take this out of its packaging just because once we get this unboxed, we're going to unbox the stand for it and then plug everything in. Yeah, very cool. I'm going to set aside. These guys are a pretty solid size. I'm glad they're not any bigger, because then they wouldn't fit on my desk. And then trying to unplug everything here. So here is an auxiliary cable if you want to do some auxiliaries. Very cheap feeling cable, holy cow. And then we have our speaker wire for our speakers to communicate with each other. communicate. I mean, it says this is very analog, so just passing through connection. Then you have your RCA, your red and white RCA cable, and then auxiliary, show what it's gonna plug into. My only question about this is like, I can plug this directly into the back of my computer. It's gonna run off the motherboard, but I do have the Audient EVO 4, which I'm using for my headphones, and I was wondering if I can get a RCA left and right separately and just plug it into the Audient EVO 4. I don't know if that's worth the time. I've seen people talk about this similar setup actually, like 1 or 2 people, and in the end they never really got to anything, so I don't know. I don't actually know that much about when it comes to like RCA and analog connections and whatever. Alright, so I have the 2 stands set up. Now just for the speakers, I kind of had to set this monitor in portrait mode because it was not going to fit otherwise. My desk isn't big enough for that. Alright, we have it mostly set up now. Just move this mic so you guys can get a better look. And then we just have to plug it into power. But while I am back here, I am actually just going to work on cable managing because behind this desk is kind of awful and horrible to figure out where anything is. So we're going to work on that right now while I have everything kind of just like exposed and ready to be cleaned up. And as far as I can see, that speaker back there, the right one, the active one, this master, whatever you want to call it, does have 2 separate channel cables, and I do have that also on the Audient EVO 4, the amp DAC. So I'll see if that's worth getting 2 cables for, so everything runs off of 1 device. I think it'll make my life a little bit easier. Plus I plan to run the microphone off there and just kind of make it everything one solution, but we'll kind of see. And I do have this like cable management kit, which I'm going to use right now to fix up all the cables back.
Feel really nice soft drape on the body.
So you're always going to have a toss-up between that softness and the durability and pulling. So it's just something that we kind of met in the middle in order to achieve Linus's perfect T. But of course, there's...
That is the setup now with the 2 speakers. They should be at around ear level. That's what I've heard is like the best way to set it up, is have them both so that the tweeters at least are hitting towards your ears and it's directed at you. These plates are definitely a little too big, which I'm a little concerned about. That I'll definitely have to work on and probably contact the seller to see if I can get something else. But otherwise, I think it's working pretty good. Not the biggest fan that I had to do this, but honestly it probably gives me more readability because having it so wide I can't really see it in my peripheral vision. But I think I like this, so thank you guys very much for watching. Again, this is the Edifier ER4s in white. I got them for half off because of Amazon Prime Day sales, which is multiple days now. Only thing I'm looking into is maybe connecting it so this connects directly to the Audient EVO 4, so everything is controlled off one place. And then in the future, I will definitely look into replacing this microphone and the arm. The arm may be a Rode PSA 1 or a Blue Compass, and change this mic out for a Rode pod mic, which will be really nice because it's going to be XLR, have a warmer sound. And no, I'm not looking into getting a Shure SM7B. I wanted to do that a long time ago, but if you really want that specific sound with a Shure SM7B, because it's literally a flat sound, that needs a lot of power, you need to do a lot of work to get it to where you want it to be. And I'd rather just have a warm sound, just like the Rode pod mic. It's a lot more affordable too and easier to power. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye guys. Another day. I have been using these speakers. They sound wonderful. They have a separate monitor mode and a music mode where you just like press on this and it'll switch between, and it sounds incredible in music mode. And the monitor mode is obviously very accurate, very much not tuned, so it can be very accurate for editing and things like that. And you also just turn it off. You have pass-through for headphones, pass-through to hook up like your phone or like a tablet or something. But now we have these new cables, which we're going to be using to connect these speakers to this guy over here, the Audient EVO 4. So let's get into that. So here we have the new cables. They feel very, very nice. They are pretty much a perfect length. for these speakers, because you're just gonna run down the back and then connect into here. Very excited for this. Let's get started. It's gonna be very annoying because I put the desk back. I put my carpet in that's not been in here for a while, or it's from my old room, and I got a new carpet for there. And everything's already on it. Like this desk and all that stuff is already on it, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult to put in. To move the desk, I'm a little worried that a few things unplugged, so I'll have to worry about that after before I turn the computer. But we have these two cables. We're just gonna plug it into the left and right, and the corresponding left and right back here, and we should be good. All right, so we have it done. We have the left to left channel. We have the right to right channel. And I'm now realizing that these cables are a little short. I want to get them super short, and I'm realizing maybe that was kind of not the best decision. However, I can just move this over. I just need to uncable manage this cable that goes to the computer, and I could put it like right here. And anyways, that could be closer for the microphone, but then this cable run's gonna look terrible. So for now, we're just gonna keep it like this. I don't really care if I see these two black cables, if I'm being so honest, because the rest of it's decently cable managed. But now I'm very excited to test out this audio. The only thing I'm gonna do is I can just unplug this RCA, which I feel like I have to in order to do the audio, because I feel like it's not gonna understand how to swap between. But I'm also just gonna leave it right here for now, in case I do decide to go back for some reason. Especially because it is cable managed, and I'll just unplug it at the computer's end, and that way if anything ever happens, I can just swap to this. But I'm very excited, so let's just move this desk back and we should be good. All right, and since we have these speakers connected, I have it on and I have it in the music mode, and I was a little confused. I'm like, how do I switch the audio to go to my speakers? Very simple. I just unplug the headphones because the headphones are going to take over automatically. But yeah, we have the TRS cables plugged in. You can see it there. I don't really care about it that much right now. But if I'm playing some music, let's say this song from Chainsmokers, I'm happy to hear it because I have my headphones in. But if I were to unplug, now they're coming from here. Very nice. And they sound wonderful. I'm going to pause that right there. I'm sure that split second's going to get the video demonetized. But yeah, oh, let's close this. All right, I was wondering, how do we actually switch to these speakers? Because I had my headphone plugged in. I'm like, what button is there to switch to the speakers? It's very simple. You just unplug the headphones. I don't know if there's actually a way on here to swap it, but I don't really care. It's very simple. I just unplug it, and now it's going to default to the speakers, which is exactly what I want. I don't want to touch this ever again in Windows. I don't want to mess with it. I want to do everything here. I'm going to make everything much easier. But yeah, we have the Edifier MR4 monitors right here. I have it in the music mode. Like I said, you press it, it'll swap to monitor mode. If I swap it here, it'll switch to music. I can adjust the volume. Of course, I do have the pass through if I just want to use them away from here, or if I want to plug in other headphones directly into here for some reason. It'd be kind of weird to plug this into the computer, plug these into there, and then plug my headphones into here, but I mean, it's an option. But yeah, if I have my headphones plugged in, let's say some music's playing, you might be able to hear it because my headphones are on me. If I were to unplug it, oh, there we go. I've unplugged all the way, but there you go. I have this new song by the Chainsmokers playing. I'm gonna pause that right there. I swear YouTube has gotten so much worse for content ID. Even copyright-free songs are getting content ID'd on my videos. But there you go. Very awesome. So that is my new Edifier MR4 monitors, studio monitors, which have been wonderful. Yesterday I was listening to music for like an hour or two just sitting here. These are perfectly pointed at my ears, the tweeters at least, and I have them on the stands. I need to figure out what that exact situation is about. The cables, yeah, it's not the prettiest, but it's mostly cable managed. And if anything, I could just move this a little to the side. Obviously, this cable is going to look a little bit more funny, but I don't really care. It doesn't impact me. That's most likely what I'm going to do, because my microphone, when I get the new one, we're going to get the new mic arm and the new microphone. The cable's going to be a long run. It'd be easier if I have it right there. I can have the cable come out through there and then into there. But that is the Edifier MR4 studio monitors. Wonderful setup. You can go back and check out the Audient EVO 4 video with my headphones, which actually I'm going to finish filming right now because I just got the proper 1/4 inch headphone adapter, because this is a screw down. This isn't. This doesn't matter because the audio is still the same, the length is still the same, but I want one that looks better, and I'll save this for in-ear monitors whenever I get them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out. Alright friends, the last time I recorded, it was probably like a week ago. I've been trying the Audient EVO 4 with these Beyerdynamic DT990 Pros. It's been a wonderful experience. Room's getting nicer. We have a carpet here. Everything's nice and clean. We also have these new speakers in this, which is going to be in the next video dropping. I've been kind of recording these back to back. But these headphones have sounded wonderful. Open back is wonderful. I can hear my music, my games, my voice chat all separate. And because these are actually kind of a lot quieter, it actually works in my favor because I'm able to crank up that volume and there's a lot more depth and everything. Playing games has been absolutely incredible. The only thing is on Discord, I've actually had to bump up my audio to like 175% output to kind of like help with some of my friends who have quieter mics. But again, it sounds wonderful. This cable's great. My last issue was the fact that my, what do you call this? My 1/4 inch adapter for my headphones is a screw down, is what it's called. And I was worried about how this is not gonna work or something. This is completely fine as far as I'm aware because the actual length of the plug, the male end is still completely the same. Like it'll still fit. It'll just look funny. But I decided I'm gonna save this for if I get in-ear monitors or something and I wanna plug it in here. So like I don't have to return this or throw it away. But I ended up getting some that have some threading for screw downs. And I'm hoping this should be the same. I don't know, I feel like the quality should be the same, right? They're probably from the same factory somehow. But that was my main worry, is like, oh, this is from Sennheiser, it's more expensive, but I think it's honestly gonna be the same.